I left Cameroon when I was 3 years old, so didn't have any memories of the place. I just knew it from the stories and anecdotes I've heard from my mother and other people who've been there. Yet I still worked with Aumazo for the past 12 years as webmaster and marketing director. Recently, Aumazo provided me with the opportunity to travel back to Cameroon. It was necessary in order to move forward. I needed to be there to see for myself and understand things better. We did a lot of traveling. It was tiresome and demanding, but like many Aumazo volunteers before me would say, it was life-altering and an eye-opening experience. The first thing that affected me in Cameroon was the nature. Something about Cameroon's landscape just changed me completely. I know people who pay hundreds if not thousands just to spend a weekend in nature. And for many people in Cameroon, this is just their backyard or front yard. Bananas, zucchini, mangoes, food just grows abundantly all around you. To go hungry in Cameroon, some would say, is impossible, and I can attest to that. We would have the best, richest, fulfilling meals for just 25 cents. That's when I really realized that my mom did not grow up poor like we had thought. Sure, they didn't have material wealth, but she had stillness, nature, community, and a lot of love in her family. And that's the reality for many people in Cameroon. And there are so many happy people. Now, of course, like every country around the world, you have happy and unhappy people, and I've met all types of people. But when I say I met happy people, especially in rural areas, I mean genuinely happy, joyful people. They may not have much in terms of material wealth, but they are still eager to share their space, their time, their food with you. And children, wow, there are kids everywhere in Cameroon. But not just your average kids like in the US. These children are so independent, so capable, so brilliant. I saw toddlers carrying babies on their backs. They're taking care of each other. They are communicating with you like adults. They're so real. There is an innocence in their eyes that I hadn't seen in a very long time. You could see the potential just radiating out of them. It was really inspiring, but also a bit heartbreaking to see the circumstances surrounding them that for many may limit their capacity to grow and realize their full potential. Because that's the thing in Cameroon, as happy and beautiful as things may seem, material poverty is a sad reality in the country. A lot of families earn less than $2 a day. I've been told this often, but it's one thing to hear it and another to see it firsthand. And in the villages, like my mom's village of Bankondji, people make maybe 50 cents a day. Sure, you can still eat because food is accessible and affordable, but your lifestyle is still gravely limited. An iPhone in Cameroon will cost the same as an iPhone in the US. So for many, that's not even an option. And forget about laptops and cell phones and material things. Education isn't that free or affordable for everyone. So one can only imagine what it must be like to have a family of 4 children, $2 a day. You have to make a choice. Who's going to school? Who's going to work in the fields? This is just one symptom of the huge imbalance in opportunities that Aumazo is striving to rectify. Most communities, like in Bankondji, for example, are set up to produce farmers, laborers, which is great, and that can be a fulfilling life if that's what you are destined to do. But if you have aspirations to leave the village, to become an entrepreneur of some sort, or follow a different career path, there aren't any resources or opportunities in place for you to even have that as an option. There aren't many doors open for kids to realize their full potential, their unique potential. And I think we can all agree that quality education is necessary wherever you are. We take for granted how a simple Google search or watching a few YouTube tutorials can get us out of sticky situations, help us with medical issues. And knowledge has nothing to do with being smart. It has to do with access generally. I saw the children. I met some actual geniuses. And I met some of the girls in the village, some of the teenagers that would actually become the students in Aumazo's first boarding school in Bankondji. These girls are just like teenagers in North America. They giggle, they get distracted, they talk amongst each other. They're sometimes difficult to communicate with. They are teenagers. But one thing I noticed that kind of sets them apart is that they don't take their education for granted. And they are not limited by their circumstances. Many of them actually shared with me their dreams, goals, and aspirations for their lives. And I was impressed by how big they would dream. Some want to be doctors, journalists. One girl even told me she wanted to work in law enforcement because she wanted to protect the people of her country. These girls are so dedicated, and they are so eager to seize the opportunities that are presented to them. That's why they were showing up for the Aumazo tutoring program, and these are girls of all ages. They want to learn, and they're very bright girls that can go far if given the right support. I also met for the first time a lot of people who make up the Aumazo team and have been part of Aumazo for years now. I had fantastic conversations with such bright people who laugh wholeheartedly, who have such a refreshing perspective, and who share my mother's vision. It really reassured me to know that these are the type of people who are working with Aumazo and who are actively participating in building up communities in Cameroon. Their genuine efforts have helped Aumazo get this far. It was infectious. I really wanted to do more after being around all these people. I can definitely say I have a greater appreciation for what Aumazo is trying to accomplish. And now more than ever, I have huge respect and admiration for my mother. She has been working tirelessly, and I see why now. I get it, I really do. I am really committed to seeing Aumazo succeed, not just for the girls, but also for their community. The thing is that if Aumazo's formula works in Bankondji, it can be applied anywhere in the world, which can only add to a positive global impact. That's why I encourage you to share, spread the word, volunteer, donate, anything. We can do this. We can open doors for our girls in Bankondji. So let's do it!